Natasha.
And today we're going to be discussing our top 5 worst
movies
of 2021. Very exciting, folks. We just recorded our top 5 best movies of 2021. If you want to watch that, link is in the description. And before we get started on our top 5 worst movies, we just want to talk about we want to real quick talk about Trova Trip.
Yes!
We are trying to plan a trip with y'all through this company called Trova Trip, who organizes the whole thing, does an entire itinerary. And right now, we just have to see who'd be interested.
Yeah, if you're interested.
Just click on the survey and fill it out. It takes literally like 3 minutes.
We're thinking we want to go to New Zealand, visit Hobbiton.
Yes, or visit just like all the amazing nature they have out there, and like do some writing stuff, do bookish stuff, like just, you know, see the world through a bookish lens.
And like, this is for us to travel with you guys.
Yeah. So like, you know, really get to know you and hang out and like be friends.
Build relationships.
Yeah. It's gonna be a great time. If you'd at all be interested, no commitment, just click on the survey and fill it out, and we'll update you when things start to move, and if and when they do. So, time for our worst movies of 2020. We're gonna start off with a real disappointing one, the most disappointing movie of 2021. Natasha, kick us off.
I have 2.
Oh, what are they?
Okay, so
they're tied for most disappointing.
They're tied. One is Spencer. I just watched it. And
John just told me how much he loved that one.
Okay. And the other one is Eternals.
Whoa, most disappointing?
Yes, because
Wow.
I really wanted to go into that movie because I just saw so many haters on it, and I'm like, no, I want to go and I really want to go and enjoy it. And I just feel
But
like
the hate got to you?
I didn't. No, the hate didn't get to me. I just feel like personally I didn't enjoy it as much as like I did most Marvel films, and so I felt like it was a little disappointing because I kind of was comparing it to Guardians of the Galaxy, like where we had no idea who these characters were, and it just wasn't like...
Nothing can compare to how disappointed I was when I watched Captain Marvel.
Oh gosh, you're right. But honestly, I think I didn't enjoy Spencer as much because, gosh, it was just such a journey into her like psychosis, and I didn't want to see her in this marriage that just made her crumble. Like, I wanted to see her outside of the marriage and the people's princess.
You're looking for the bright parts of her life.
Yeah. And it was really, it was very Black Swanish.
Yeah, that kind of movie freaks me out.
Yeah, I don't think you would like it.
I feel like I have to watch it though because I've heard so many opinions and I want to have an opinion.
Yeah.
My most disappointing movie of 2021 was Black Widow. I
What?
was so excited for Black Widow, and it was another one where in the third act it was like, what are you doing to the movie? They were falling from the sky for like 10 minutes doing nothing, like just like randomly punching. I was like, what's happening?
It was cool though.
It wasn't though, because it was ridiculous, and they would never do that in another Marvel movie, which pissed me off again. And it was like they didn't put as much effort into like making sure this entire movie was good. They were like, okay, the first 2 acts worked, and then the last act, like, whatever, like action sequence, fall from the sky for 50 years. Like, what's going on? It was during that 50 years that I was like, you lost.
I do feel Black Widow was meant to set up other characters and not so much of like her story.
Yeah. They set up the characters really well.
Yeah.
And then there was like, oh, there was no point to the end really. It felt like it just blew up into nothing.
Well, and then it was just sad because then you remember that she's dead.
Yeah, also that. Yeah. I mean, like, I love her sister. I love Florence Pugh, and I loved all that. Like, that I feel like should have been the focus of the story, and maybe have them do something smaller together instead of having like trying to have this like enormous action movie sequence when there wasn't really much there that we cared about.
I felt like it should have been more of a like espionage type of story.
Yeah, like something smaller.
Like a James Bond.
And more intense together instead of like weird explosions and stuff that just really felt forced at the end. I was so sad because I was so excited.
I liked it better than Eternals though.
I liked it up to the third act better than Eternals. Eternals was more consistent in how I felt through it. Like, I didn't hate Eternals. It didn't make my worst list.
There's nothing memorable about Eternals.
It would be on like a little higher than meh for me. Like, that was fine. Next superlative is the most meh movie
Most meh.
of 2021. What was your most meh?
Matrix Resurrection. I did enjoy it, but as a Matrix film, I thought it was meh.
Meh.
I love Matrix films. I grew up with those films, and it I think was not needed. It feels good to have like those characters back. If you haven't ever seen them, I really don't want to spoil it, but it feels good to have them back and then back together.
I didn't have any desire to see it, so I did not see it. I wasn't a huge fan of the first Matrix that I watched like 2 years ago. So my most meh film of 2021 was Cruella. Honestly, I had meh expectations because it was Disney trying to do a villain, but then it was meh because it had a great first act, and then I feel like it got lost when she like became Cruella. It was like they flipped a light switch and went in a direction that wasn't exactly hard, but wasn't exactly light. It was like, you gotta pick a side.
I guess the only thing I really liked about that scene was the trash can dress. I mean, the movie.
The fashion.
Yeah, the fashion. It was great.
The character development was like so good in the beginning.
So the next superlative is most enjoyable bad.
I love enjoyable bad.
They're my favorite. This was an easy one for me.
Yeah, me too. What's yours?
You go first.
Okay, mine was He's All That.
Wait, me too!
Oh my god!
No, my hair just
I'm
got
here
messed
for a
up.
high five. I had so much fun watching He's All That. Like, I was just all smiles and laughs. The actors pulled off all the cheesy shit in such a great way. Just like all the ridiculousness worked so well for that movie.
It did.
It did.
I mean,
it had a nice like story that she was like trying to make this money for her mom or something.
Yeah,
like,
and I just think it was a good adaptation, I guess, of like the 1990s film versus like now. And I really like Addison. I think she's
she's
the main girl.
Yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah, she's very TikTok famous.
Oh, she is? I didn't know that.
You don't know this?
No.
She's like one of the biggest TikTokers ever. Do you know who her manager is?
No.
Kim Kardashian's mother. Kris Jenner doesn't represent many people. Well, just her daughters. And then Addison Rae.
I love like the scene with the horses where she like showed up there. She was like, oh, I do this all the time. Every time one of those scenes came up, I was like, oh man. And then like, you're pulling this off, so I'm happy. Next, I have an honorable mention that didn't make my top 5 list. Do you have an honorable mention?
I do.
Oh,
there we go.
Worst list to mention.
I was like, I have 6
You're
on here.
Almost bad enough to make it, but not quite.
Okay, this is the Hugh Jackman movie and Rebecca Ferguson movie on HBO Max called Reminiscence. I was very excited about this film. It was something new and different. I love Hugh Jackman and Rebecca Ferguson. Obviously, they were in The Greatest Showman together. It was not good at all. I fell asleep.
But not good enough to make the top 5.
Yeah. And then Alex kind of told me how it ended. I'm like, oh, great, I didn't miss much. That's how I felt about that film.
Nice.
If you want to waste your time and watch it, be my guest. It's on HBO Max. You can stream it, but honestly, not worth your time.
My honorable mention it's not bad, but like it's an honorable mention for the bad list because like I considered it, and that is Justice League: The Snyder Cut. What? Okay, so I really appreciated all the character development like in the beginning of this movie. Like I had feels. When we went to the Amazons, I was like, this is how this was supposed to be. In the movie, I remember being so disappointed the first time. Like, whoa. They did that such shit justice. It was terrible. I was really happy with how it was setting up and it was looking really promising. And then we got to the end and it ended like 10 different times. And I was getting angrier and angrier. I was like, you're ruining it, you're ruining it, you're ruining it. And it just kept going. And then we're like, in the future, like, what's happening? Like, you ended like an hour ago. Give me the end. Oh my God. So it's not bad enough to go on the list because it's not bad. It's just like, it wasn't good. Like, pick an end and listen to the movie. I didn't like how the Flash, like, kept running around and not coming to help beforehand. I forget even what was happening. I just knew he could have helped before, and they didn't call him. They just kept waiting, and everything just kept falling apart. I was like, he could run there. He's right here.
I have this in my top 5. You know what? That's just different people's opinions.
Yeah, it is.
So, I mean...
And I can understand why it's in your top 5. Like, I can see the merits of how the film was so much better than the other one. But I could also see that why this wasn't put in the theater because, like, it was so fucking unnecessarily long at the end.
I also, though, like, I forgive it for that because it was not in the theater. Like, this is his work. Yeah. And so that's why, like, I think I can forgive how long it was.
And I could forgive it to a point. Like, because it needed to be long, and then it didn't need to have 5 ends. We're at the top 5.
top 5
worst films of the 2021.
Oh, that was the song. What is your top 5 of your least favorite films?
My 5th least favorite film is Black Widow, which we already talked about.
Sorry, we're doing it multiple times. Okay.
It's because I didn't watch that many films that were the worst, you know? So it's hard to make, like, a full 5, because the top 3 are pretty bad. But the 5th one was, like, the worst film that I watched.
I feel like this came out in 2021. I didn't double check, but I feel like I watched
It's
it.
okay, I did one that didn't come out.
I now I'm thinking of another one that didn't come out. It was at the cusp of
the cusp is, like,
20.
hard to, like,
Yeah.
it's okay, it could slide.
So, Thunder Force.
What the fuck
Oh
is
my
that?
gosh. This was Melissa McCarthy's, like, comedy about being a superhero. And I am just, like, now this has happened, like, twice with Melissa McCarthy, where, like...
Just hit or miss.
They try to do something with females leading, and it's just not a good story.
Did you watch Spy, though? That's excellent.
Oh, I love that
That's,
one.
like, my favorite.
Melissa McCarthy, she
McCarthy.
comes out with great films.
Yeah, yeah.
But this one was on a Netflix film, and it
Okay.
came out, I think, at the beginning of this year. And it was her trying to be like a superhero, and then they make the superhero team. It was terrible. Like, it wasn't funny at all. Like, they kept trying to hit these jokes, and they just kept missing. Like, my brother and I were like, this is dumb, let's just turn it off. So, like, we got an hour into it, and we turned it off.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Sad when that happens.
Yeah. My number 4 worst movie of 2021 is another Netflix film, Red Notice.
Ryan Reynolds!
Ryan Reynolds.
And The Rock?
And The Rock. And Gal
Wonder
Gadot.
Woman. Yeah.
So this was Netflix's, like, huge movie.
They got these big stars.
They got these big stars. They put a lot of money into it. Now, I did enjoy some parts of it, okay? But I think it just
It had like a 3% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It was terrible. It was a terrible storyline. Ryan Reynolds was the same as he always is. So was The Rock, and so was Gal. They were all the same people that we see in all their films. I don't get Rock as a love interest.
Oh,
I don't.
That just doesn't come off.
It doesn't compute for me at all. I don't know. And then
not Ryan.
Well, and then it was very predictable. Have you seen it?
No, I didn't watch it because it got such low rating.
Yeah. So, and I was on my phone for most of the time watching it while Alex was watching it.
My number 4 was like, it almost makes the like.
Am I gonna be mad?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
My number 4 is like, it almost made the list for like the most enjoyable bad, but like it got to a point where like I wasn't enjoying it anymore. That's Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. So fucking weird. Now,
it was weird.
In the beginning, I was like embracing the weird, and then it got so weird that I was like, this is kind of uncomfortable.
Yes, it was uncomfortable. I was considering putting this on my honorable mentions because I was like, at least I felt something.
Yeah. I was on board with the characters, like the female characters that were like, oh my god, we're on vacation, this is going to be so much fun. And
then they were like,
then they were very
being mean to each other.
Yeah, and it went on for a long time. I did like the relationship with that guy, each of them that had.
Yeah,
but then
what's his face?
The villain is really where it went very weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
And I didn't think it was that funny. It was funny in the beginning, and then I stopped laughing when it was like too weird. I like in the beginning when they're just like in the furniture store talking. So coming in at 3 on my worst of 2021 list is Raya and the Last Dragon.
Oh, I was afraid to put this on my list.
You were,
but it was so boring.
One of the reasons, so a lot of people were talking about how good it was.
Yes.
Yeah. And then it wasn't
good. It wasn't good.
Yeah, and I was very confused as I was watching it because I liked the beginning setup because I thought they were setting up this cool fantasy world. And then nothing came of it. And it was like such a mishmash. And they keep giving Awkwafina lines that were like very modern pop culture references. And it did not fit with the vibe at all. Like, there's a way to do that and be funny, but for me, it was like, kept taking me out of it.
It was very disappointing for like a Disney animated film.
Yeah.
Especially, did you watch Luca?
I didn't watch that yet.
Okay.
I still have to watch that.
Well, I was afraid then to watch that afterwards. I'm like,
I heard that one was nice. It was Pixar,
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Well, there's a difference between Pixar and
well, yeah,
just regular
Disney animation. But it was just a very different viewing experience because those films came out basically at the same time.
Okay.
And it's so freaking disappointing when films that have underrepresented groups of people and they're trying to tell this story and
they don't
and it doesn't do well. And they don't do it well. It doesn't do well.
Justice.
And now we have this like mediocre character who's a part of the Disney franchise, and I'm not excited about this character at all.
Their name. Raya.
Raya. So my number 3 is a movie that probably no one knows. It's called Infinite, and it was on, I think, Paramount Plus. And with freaking Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I saw a trailer for it.
Oh my.
I was like, what is Mark Wahlberg doing on Paramount Plus?
This movie was just fucking awful. Alex and I put it on, and he likes Mark Wahlberg. I don't really care.
He's here or
there.
Yeah.
He has good films. Like some films
like the one with Will Ferrell. The other guys.
Oh, the other guys.
Best
hilarious.
Film,
God, I can't even put into words. This movie was supposed to be an action flick. Maybe it was supposed to be funny. I don't know. They put all their budget into Mark Wahlberg because I know that man asked for lots of money.
Oh, of course.
And nothing else. Every other actor was terrible.
They just got extras to be
Yes, he wasn't good. Probably because everyone else wasn't good around him. We were excited about it because there was like nothing out at that time. We were like, this is gonna be fun. It's like an action adventure film.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're up to number 2. And you go first for number 2. What is your number 2?
Number 2 is Old.
Old?
Old.
What the fuck is Old? Why would they name it Old?
Why am I blanking on his name? It's a Shemaya.
Oh, M. Night Shyamalan?
It's an M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan. There we go.
It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Now, I am a huge fan of M. Night Shyamalan. I know
he hasn't done a good movie in a long time though.
He just did the trilogy with Anya Taylor-Joy, the personality guy, then the different personalities with what.
Yeah, I thought people didn't like that.
Oh, I like that movie. Actually, one of my favorite movies of all time.
He did the Airbender fail though.
Yes,
and then from there on, it wasn't as good. I feel like.
No, but I like the ones that he just came out with a couple of years ago. Signs is one of my favorite movies of all time, so I'll always watch his movies. This one no. It was uncomfortable. There's something in.
Oh, I vaguely remember the trailer.
There's something in there that happens.
Is that the one like the oven in the trailer with the old people? Like,
no.
They're going to visit their.
Oh, that's scary, but that one's good too.
Okay, what is
that's actually a good one. So this one, the concept is they're on vacation and then they're at this one resort and then they you follow a couple different couples or families and then they all end up on this beach and they can't leave this beach. It's like some sort of magic type thing and you don't really know what's happening to them, and then all of a sudden they all start aging rapidly. Anyways, the movie's just really long and uncomfortable, and yeah.
My number 2 is the new SpongeBob film. It was a piece of shit.
SpongeBob, of course it is.
No, I've watched SpongeBob films in the past.
You mean the one with David Hasselhoff?
I mean, like, he's not really a big part of it. He's just there in the background for a second. But, like, SpongeBob has, like, clever humor in it, and it has stuff that all ages can enjoy. Especially, like, if you go back and watch old SpongeBob's, like, there's more stuff in it that you need to pick up on when you're younger, because it's clever. Anyway, SpongeBob is funny, and it was, like, the dumbest humor I've ever seen in my life. It was all for, like, 4-year-olds, and we had to turn it off because it was bad. There was like tumbleweeds with Keanu Reeves' face on it for no reason. There was like a whole side plot just to follow his tumbleweed, and it was so stupid. And I was like, please stop torturing me. We've come to the number 1. Our number 1 worst movie of 2021. I've got Natasha's right here. Who goes first?
You do.
I do. Okay, so I'll read yours first.
Yeah.
The award for Natasha's worst movie of 2021 goes to Amazon Cinderella! Oh shit, I never watched it. Was that bad?
Oh my gosh. This was a freaking train wreck of a film.
Oh my god.
It was, oh gosh, it was so bad. I watched it with Heather. And Heather loves Cinderella. And she loves singing. And the entire time, I couldn't make it through without sitting there with someone making fun of it. It's so bad. And Camila Cabello has just not had a year. I feel bad for her. But
what else happened to her?
She broke up with her boyfriend.
She did?
And people fat shamed her. It's terrible.
Oh no.
Yes. And then we also had like a plus size character, which she was the evil stepsister, which I was really excited about. She's from Dumpling.
Good?
No. It's not good. The songs are terrible. They used weird, like, modern songs. They didn't use, like, songs that we know either from the Disney Cinderella, obviously we can't use those songs, but like from the Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella, the Fairy Godmother was way too much. Even though, again, there's a lot of great things about the film. It was a terrible story, terrible music. It was just bad.
A lot of great things in, like, hypothetically.
That could have made it good.
Yeah, and then it wasn't good.
It was actually a Sony film, and they sold it to Amazon because it was that bad.
Oh, God. It's time for
Christine's worst movie of 2021.
Here we go, folks.
I wonder what... I have no idea. What do you think? Okay, Christine's... The Kissing Booth 3! That was so fun!
Are you kidding me?
Okay, I mean, it wasn't great, but how is it your number one?
It was so bad! You know, maybe because I wasn't watching it with a friend, it was so much worse.
I didn't watch any of those with friends.
I mean, we watched the second one with me.
We did?
Yes!
Oh.
Separately together.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we did that.
I didn't have anyone to make fun of it with, and it was just like, I don't know, the initial setup felt like the most privileged children's setup of all time. Oh my God, you're selling our giant shore house. We can't have giant parties here. It was so weird to have that be the premise. Especially in 2020, 2021, like, what the fuck is this story? And then they like jammed this weird like bucket list into like the first 15 minutes. They did like 100 things. Like there were like thousands of montages, and I'm not exaggerating. The whole like first half an hour was a montage of like 50 different montages.
That's true.
And I was like, this is not a movie. A movie is not just montages. Like, you need to set up a problem. Like, and your problem is not your parents selling your shore house. Like, are you shitting? This is our last year at the shore house? Like, are you kidding? Like, what the fuck is this? And then we cut to them, like, having a huge party at the shore house. And I was like, you are so... I can't even. I was like, where is the script? Like, I think they just wrote, like, montage of this, montage of this. This sounds like a good trope. Montage of
this.
They
filmed 2 and 3 back to back.
Well, 2 at least had a storyline. Anyway, it was so bad I couldn't finish it. Maybe one day, like, I'll be able to watch the whole thing, and maybe it'll be fun then. Maybe the movie turns into a movie, like, halfway through.
I feel like I didn't watch it in one go either. Like, I watched
it those 40 minutes in multiple goes. I was so mad at it.
I think I was doing laundry.
And it was just, like, it was so weird that, like, in this day and age, you'd have, like, a movie just full of white people, like, having parties. And they were like 17. The first one was like really fun bad.
Really fun.
It was really fun bad. Anyway. Wow. Those are our worst movies of 2021. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'd love to hear what your worst movies were. We recorded our top 5 if you haven't watched that yet. We recorded a video for Natasha's channel if you haven't watched that yet. And remember, we're trying to go on a trip with y'all. If you're at all interested in traveling with us on a bookish, fun
fantasy
trip around
friendship
somewhere in this world and like having friendship bonding times and traveling, please fill out the survey. Click the link. My name's Christine.
And I'm Natasha.
And we will see you next time.
Good